Next up is Will Heinrich.
Well, mine's not funny, I don't think, so. Please don't mind. I didn't connect to the portal right away. An 8-inch by 12-inch box about 2 inches thick. It was delivered to my wife in a black tote bag by the artist who made it, and she, following his instructions, placed it upright on the back of my desk, where I found it that same evening. I stared at its reflective surface, divided by a tilted slash across the middle into a golden upper half and pinker or more silver bottom, and wondered how to turn it on. My wife said that the artist hadn't mentioned it. I guess it could be fun. It's up there. It's really up to you. Over the next few days, it caught my eye a few times, a dead, mysterious object, and I wondered if it had been broken in transit. But then, one afternoon when the sun fell at the right angle through my living room window, a buckle in the portal's surface lit up. It was a Y-shaped fold in the plastic membrane, tipped over and crossing from edge to edge, so that the letter's base touched just below the upper left corner, and the cup stretched out to embrace most of the right half. It was a glittering copper color, and it arrested me not only because it might mean that the device was powering on, but because the effect itself was so evocative. I won't say it was unrealistic, because I saw it with as much or as little certainty as I've ever seen anything. But it seemed to issue from a different echelon of experience than the rest of the room. For a few days more, the shimmering of this Y, along with a similar bend lower on the portal's face, was all that happened. It restored my faith that the machine was active, but as I waited, I grew impatient, even angry. I tried sneaking up on it, talking to it, adjusting the window shades, turning the overhead light on and off. I had expected to be communing with my younger self, my dead grandmother, great spirits of the past, the mind of God. Meanwhile, the calendar year was coming to an end. Work stopped, school finished. We put up a New Year's tree, went away for a couple of days, lit candles, drank champagne, ate chocolate, stayed up late. The night after we returned, my small daughter didn't go to sleep till nearly midnight, and within a few hours she had gotten up just long enough to wander into our bed. At 7, I woke up, listened for a while to her and my wife breathing, and finally grabbed my notebook and moved to the couch. The shades were down, the room was dim. When finally I turned my gaze away from the windows, I saw that the portal was glittering like a treasury, like a Christmas ornament, like an apparition. I felt that if I had been able to count and measure all the separate fragments of light it was throwing off, they would add up to fill a space a mile on every edge. This rectangular fire sliced through the familiar scene, my untidy desk, the other pieces of art leaning against the wall or hanging on it, and fully possessed my attention. For a moment, my mind cast back or wandered, and I found that any memory I took up was vivid, almost electric. An old friend, a trip to Memphis, sledding down 147th Street on a piece of cardboard with my first love. But then I dropped all that and simply looked. I wasn't aware of myself or of the room. The portal was almost all golden, with a thick horizontal stripe of copper color 1/3 of the way down, under the Y-shaped buckle that now looked like the angry eyebrows on an owl. I realized that my expectations had been wrong. I could commune with my younger self or dead grandmother or someone on the far side of the globe. I could jump back in time to half-forgotten moments of ecstasy or dreams of the future. I could slide through the golden doorway into fantasies of my own creation. I could, but I would be missing the point. What I was looking at was a portal to the present moment.